What's up YouTube? Welcome to Sir Hunt's Reviews. I'm Mark. In this video, I will give you some predictions for Game of Thrones Season 6 Episode 8 and beyond, as well as discussing the newly released pictures from Game of Thrones Season 6 Episode 8 entitled No One. The synopsis reads as follows. While Jaime, played by Nikolai Coster-Waldau, weighs his options, Cersei answers a request. Tyrion's plans bear fruit. Arya faces a new test. Alright, so I'm going to start off with my predictions for Cersei. As we can see in these new pictures from episode 8, No One, she and Lancel will square off. Judging from how much time it has been since her release from the Sept of Baelor Breakspear back in season 5, Lancel will likely be trying to escort her to her new trial. Lancel likely tells her that she needs to come in peace or he will be forced to use violence, and Cersei will then of course say, "I choose violence, motherfucker." The Mountain will likely kill all of Lancel's men, including Lancel himself. Main reason why I say this is because if you look at this picture right here, it looks like Lancel's favorite weapon to use is that four-pronged weird bat thing. And if you look at this picture right here, it looks like the Mountain has already been whacked by said four-pronged bat thing. So the way I think it's all going to go down is, of course, Lancel will swing the first blow. The Mountain will likely pop his head, and you will see a whole bunch of blood go everywhere. And then the rest of the men will follow, as you can see in this picture right here. Then she may actually proceed to her trial. But as a wrap for Cersei this season, in the season finale, I see Cersei will likely burn down parts of King's Landing, including the Sept of Baelor. So she'll likely burn down parts of King's Landing. But the reason why I'm saying Sept of Baelor, most importantly, is because that's where likely the majority of the Sparrows will be, including the High Sparrow himself. As far as Tommen, I think he will be either killed by his own doing, like he'll maybe do a self-sacrifice where he'll jump in the way for somebody else getting killed, or maybe the Mountain will tear him apart like I've been saying for a while, or he might actually just commit suicide, like whether that be willingly ingesting some poison. I know that's kind of a stretch, but maybe he'll jump off of something or some shit like that, I don't know. Now we're going to head on up north. My predictions for Jon Snow wrapping up the season in episode 8, I think Jon Snow will prove himself triumphant over Ramsay in the Battle of the Bastards, which, by the way, HBO has released the official names for the last 2 episodes. 9 is going to be called the Battle of the Bastards. But yeah, Jon Snow will ultimately prove himself triumphant over Ramsay, and I think the North will rally around him, seeing as how he just united a shit ton of people, including wildlings, and proclaim him King of the North, or King Beyond the Wall, whichever ones do it, the wildlings or whatever. I also think that he will find out his true heritage, or at least we will, by the end of the season finale. I don't know if he'll find it out, but I know either we will or he will, and if he will, well, then we do as well. I think Small John Umber, I think the conspiracy is everything else involving him. I honestly don't think he's part of the Northern Conspiracy. I think he genuinely has betrayed the Starks. I think he will be killed by Tormund, which I made that prediction back before the season even started due to that Reddit leak about the Bastard Bowl. Ramsay will kill Rickon with arrows, which I've been saying that for fucking months now. Ramsay will die this season. He'll either die by Jon or by Ghost. If you go by that Reddit leak, apparently Jon Snow beats him to death, and that's that. But I think he'll likely either die that way or by Ghost. I feel like they might slip that in there. If Rickon's gonna die, they might have Ghost, who is a direwolf, and since Rickon lost his direwolf, I think it'd be pretty poetic for Ghost to be the one to kill Ramsay, especially since Ramsay is ultimately the reason why Shaggy Dog got killed. I know Small John Umber did it, but he wouldn't have did it if he wasn't trying to impress Ramsay Bolton. Sliding back down south to the Riverlands, I think Bran will meet up with Jaime like we see in the trailer. And I think she will perhaps break his little heart. So we can see that she says some stuff that may tug at his heartstrings, which is basically like, if you attack Riverrun, I'll be forced to fight you just out of honor's sake. And from this picture, we can see that she does in fact meet with Blackfish under some bridge. It looks like it's nighttime, right before entering that canoe with Pod, where she like floats away. I'm assuming that she's going back to see Sansa in the north, but she's obviously meeting with the Blackfish right now, and it looks like he draws his sword from that little clip. Let's see, I think Jaime will ransack Riverrun to kind of get his confidence back and like his military strategist, or however you want to call it. But I think he will do that because Blackfish kind of insulted him, and of course he got stepped on a little bit by Brienne, and I'm not saying this is going to be his motivation for why he attacks Riverrun. He's doing it, and he tells you in the trailer. He says he's doing it because he wants to get back to Cersei. I think by the end, Jaime will likely make it back in Cersei, in time to see her burning down parts of King's Landing and the Sept of Baelor, and she will tell him that their son is dead, and he will see that she's about to kill thousands of people, so perhaps in this moment he will truly become Valonqar. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section. Let's hop on over across the Narrow Sea on over to Meereen. Now I'm going to skip Daenerys, Jorah, and Daario, those predictions in Missandei and Grey Worm, and I'm just going to get right to the juicy part, my favorite over in Meereen, as of right now because Daenerys is not there yet, but she might be arriving this next episode. But anyway, Tyrion hears an earthquake from above, as we can tell in the trailer. I believe that is Drogon landing on the pyramid, solidifying that Dany is home. In this image, we can see that Tyrion is walking through the streets of Meereen with Varys. I believe this is where he will run into, spoiler warning motherfuckers, this is where he runs into the ghost of Shae, or Shae's twin. I don't know, but that hasn't happened yet this season, and it's perfect timing because, well, we haven't seen it yet, and I don't know how. The real question is, what the fuck sparks him to hallucinate, or did he not kill Shae dead enough? I don't know. Did someone poison him? I do know that Varys is set to part from Tyrion and head back to King's Landing. This could probably be when that happens, and maybe he runs into Shae and he's in the process of walking Varys to leave. But you guys let me know what you think. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to let me know down below in the ideas section. Link to my social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as always, are in the description. If you like what I do here at Sir Hunt's Reviews and you want to become a sponsor, the link to my Patreon is up here. On the left, you can see a link to my review of episode 7, and on the right is a link to a freestyle verse I kicked a while back. If you enjoyed this video, please slap a like on it, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content. Well, amazing in my opinion. As always, my name is Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.